Good morning, class. Mr. Tabon-Tabon, please lead the prayer. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay. You may now sit down. So before we start, I would like to ask who is the secretary in this section for the checking of the attendance. Alright. Thank you, Miss Kupat. So before we start our lesson for today, I have here in front at a identification table, which here in this side, specific tools for specific procedures and tasks, and on the other side we have here the name of specific tools. So I have here flashcards, 5 flashcards, which I'll be needing 5 volunteers to put these 5 flashcards here in front to identify where this specific tools belongs. Very good. Thank you, class. You'll be giving extra points for your participation. So, does any one of you had an idea what are we going to discuss this morning? Very good. So our topic for today is all about the basic automotive hand tools. So at the end of the lesson, we'll be able to define what is automotive, identify the various types of hand tools, and define safety procedures in maintaining hand tools. Who among you here know what is the meaning of automotive? Who among you here can define what is automotive? Very good. So automotive refers to the design, operation, maintenance, manufacture, or even sales of automobiles. It also refers to parts of vehicles in cars. So next slide, we'll be able to see the various types of tools used in automotive of hand tools. So types of hand tools, we have the cleaning tools, bending, twisting, crimping tools, cutting tools, driving tools, and loosening and tightening tools. First is we have to discuss the cleaning tools. So for cleaning tools, we have scraper. Scraper is used to scrape hard to remove dirt or stubborn germ or plastic stickers. So this is what a scraper looks like. It has a thin sheet of metal with wooden or plastic handle. So what we have here is the plastic handle. This part is the sheets of metal used to scrape the hard to remove dirt or even stickers. So this is what so next is we have the steel or wire brush. So this is what a steel wire brush looks like. It has a thin snip of metal inserted in a wooden or plastic stove. It is used to remove rust, hard to remove dirt and germ with the use of whipping action. So this is what a steel or wire brush looks like. So next is we have the most common utility rug. So utility rug is a cloth used for cleaning and wiping rust or dirt, dust or dirt. So this is what a utility rug looks like. So every one of you know the use of utility rug or a rug. So as a recap, in cleaning tools we have scraper, steel or wire brush, and utility rug. So next types of tools is we have bending, holding, twisting, and crimping tools. So for bending, holding, twisting, and crimping tools, we have the pliers. Pliers are generally used in all around tools. It has the capability of holding, twisting, and cutting of wires. We have first the side cutting plier. It's a tool having a broad, flat, and rough jaw. They have a pair of needle-like blades used for cutting and bending wires. So this is what a side cutting plier looks like. So we have the combination plier. Combination plier looks like this. Are equipped with adjustable opening by means of slip joint. It is used to grip object because of its inner notch and also used for cutting and bending small wires. So this is what a combination plier looks like. Next, for bending, holding, twisting, and crimping tools is the long nose plier. So long nose plier, it looks like this. It has a needle nose end used for holding or picking small objects. So it is called the long nose plier because of its needle-like end that is long enough to hold or pick small object. Here we also have here the vice grip, or also known as the locking jaw plier. So this is what it looks like. So vice grip are specially designed plier used for holding work pieces together. So next types of tools, we have the cutting tools. So for the cutting tools, we have chisel. This is what a chisel looks like. So chisel is a hand tool essentially used for cutting bolts, nuts, and rivets. So next, for cutting tools, we have electric drill. So this is what an electric drill looks like. It is used for boring holes. I guess every one of you knows the function of electric drill. Maybe you will see this when your father or someone working at your home. So electric drill is used for boring holes. Next is we have the hacksaw. Hacksaw is a tool used for cutting bolts, tubing, or light to fairly thick metal. So this is what a hacksaw looks like. It has a light frame handle with a blade connected both ends of the frame. So this is what a hacksaw looks like. So next, for the types of tools, we have the driving tools. For the driving tools, we have hammers. Hammers are usually used for driving or striking sheets of metal. It also comes with different sizes and shapes. Ballpeen hammer is a weakly bowl-shaped metal at the end and a handle with flat surface on the other side used for striking the chisel. So this is what a ballpeen hammer looks like. On this side we have the round shape, and the opposite side we have the flat surface used to strike the chisel. Next is we have the brass or plastic strip hammer, or the brass hammer. It is used to strike soft and delicate parts such as aluminum or plastic to avoid mirroring the surface. So this is used only for soft and delicate parts such as aluminum or plastic to avoid marring the surface. So this is what a brass hammer looks like. So next is we have loosening and tightening tools. So for loosening and tightening tools, we have wrenches. So this is what wrenches looks like. So wrenches are tools used for loosening and tightening bolts and nuts. So for wrenches, we have here Allen wrench is used to screw bolt with an hexagonal hole on the head. So this is what an Allen wrench looks like. So next wrench is we have the box end wrench. So does any one of you is familiar with these tools? Because I know you have seen this at home. So this is what a box end wrench looks like. So it has an enclosed end tool used for moderate application for loosening and tightening bolts and nuts. So for box end wrench, we have also here the open end wrench. So an open end wrench is used for light application for loosening and tightening bolts and nuts. So there are both box end wrench and open end and wrench are both used for loosening and tightening bolts and nuts. Next is we have the combination wrench. So combination wrench is a combination of a box end wrench and an open end wrench. So this is what it looks like. It also used for loosening and tightening bolts and nuts. So next is we have spark plug wrench. So spark plug wrench is a socket-like wrench used to remove and install spark plug. So next is we have for loosening and tightening tools, we have tie wrench. So tie wrench is a cross-like and sometimes L-shape used to remove the wheels of the vehicles. So next is we have screwdrivers. So screwdrivers comes with flat and Phillips screwdriver. So first we have to discuss the flat screwdriver. So flat screwdriver has a flat tip at the end and used in a single groove of screw. Next is we have Phillips screwdriver. So Phillips screwdriver has a cross-like tip at the end. Here, the cross-like tip at the end is used in cross-groove head of screws. So as a recap, the various types of tools we have: the cleaning tools, bending, holding, twisting and crimping tools, the cutting tools, the driving tools, and the loosening and tightening of tools. So let's now proceed to safety procedure in maintaining hand tools. So for safety procedure in maintaining hand tools, we have safe use, safe keeping, safety signs and symbols, and safety protections. So the safe use. So I need volunteer for it to read. Thank you. So for safe use, it should be done by knowing the basic, knowing the purpose of tools and equipment to avoid the misuse of tools and to avoid danger in the workplace. So for safe use, users must be knowledgeable enough in using such thing or such tools in working. So next, for safety procedure in maintaining hand tools, we have the safekeeping. So for safekeeping, regular maintenance of tools and equipment must be observed by means of putting tools, equipment, and paper documents such as manual of specification in a protected but easily to retrieve place. And also, storage room must be properly locked and ventilated to avoid any danger in a workplace. So Mr. Tabon-Tabon, please read the safety signs and symbol. Thank you. So for safety signs and symbol, by means of putting signs and symbols in a workplace for the users to be informed and warned of what to do and not to do. Safety signs and symbols are not just a display in the workplace. Workers and users in a workplace should follow and observe safety signs and symbols to avoid any danger in the workplace. So next is we have the safety protection. So safety protection by means of using properly the personal protective equipment in a workplace is necessary. Safety gears are properly worn. Face protection such as eyewear, goggles, and face shield. Appropriate shoes must be worn to protect from any fallen metals. So, by means of following this safety protection, workers or users in a workplace are avoided in any danger in a workplace. I hope you have learned something from my discussion here in front. But before we end our class for today, we'll be having a short quiz. So I have here a test paper. It's just a 1 to 10 question. So please pass it to the back. Are you all done? Please pass it forward. Okay. Thank you, class, for your participation in listening in my discussion. I'll be seeing you next week. Goodbye, class.